Hello everybody. This morning I'm going to show you how to sew on an artificial fur pom-pom to your hat. I spoke about it on my first podcast. So first of all, you do need one pom-pom. This is artificial fur, and at the moment it's looking pretty wonky, but apparently if I blow dry it, which I'm going to do and I've never done before, it'll come all floofy. You need to make sure that your artificial pom-pom is actually hand washable or washable. Now, I haven't worked with real fur, but I'm thinking bunnies get wet and they just kind of shake it off and it gets all floofy. That's all I'm saying about that. So the first thing you have to do is have a pom-pom, and most of the artificial fur pom-poms will have some kind of string to sew onto the hat, and some of them have a press stud and some of them have a button. I haven't worked with those. I'm just going to use this one, and obviously you need a hat to sew it to. Then I have a few needles here, varying in lengths. Like these really long ones are doll needles, and I think they will probably work the best, but I have other needles, so I would recommend find the longest sewing needle that you have, is what I think. Obviously some nippers, and then what I use is this here. It's a pearl cotton. This one is pearl cotton number 8. As long as it's a cotton and it's quite sturdy. You'll need quite a long piece of that. But the first thing I want to do is I want to blow dry this thing, because apparently it gets all puffy. So there's going to be a bit of noise here. I've got the blow dryer here, so I'll hold it as far away as possible. Looking quite pretty. I'm surprised at that, because I didn't think that was gonna work. Anyway, that makes me happy. All right, then take the string. Sometimes there's a knot in the bottom there. Cut that knot off, or undo it. Thread your needle. Take your hat. Just push the needle through top of the hat and pull it through. I normally flip the whole hat around like that. It helps if your ferrule is beautiful on the inside as well. Wow. Not bad, not bad. And then I kind of do that like I'm working on a shoe, like a sock mushroom. Now I'm going to just go in the round like this, and pull it up tight. I don't know if you can see that. I'm just sort of going round and round and pulling it up tight, and then in there again. I hope you can see that. I mean, it's definitely not rocket science. So I'll keep doing that until I run out of thread. So I'm not going to do that now because it's going to take too much time, but I would just keep going round and round until I run out of thread. All right. Now, when you turn this inside out, can you see that it's a tad wobbly? So if you're okay with that, then cool. But if you want it to be a little bit more stable than that, what I do then is I get myself quite a long piece of this, fold it in half. There we go. Fold it in half. I will use a longer sewing needle, right? Just because it's going to make my life easier. Oof. And then it helps if you can see, I suppose. Let's just get this threaded. There we go. So I've got that, and it's important that you have this fold here because it becomes important. Now, when you pick up your pom-pom, you will feel that the inside is actually quite solid. So what you do is you separate the fur until you get to quite a solid piece, and you insert the needle through that solid piece, and you might need to fiddle about a bit, oops, ouch, to come out the others at the bottom of the hat. Oh, let me see, like that. There we go. So here comes my needle out the bottom of the hat. Now I'm going to keep my eye on this piece, because make sure this doesn't disappear, the folded piece. Now what you do is you go back up. So you just go in the same place, you poke your needle, and you don't even have to come out in exactly the same spot. As long as you come out somewhere near there, pull that until it's gone. Then here's the trick. You put your needle through the folded bit and you pull that up tight. And then you go back down again into the pom-pom and out this end again. There we go. And now, I'm not going to do it now because it's just going to take, now you can just sew it away there. And now when you look at this, it's a much more sturdy pom-pom. I'm going to give it another little blow dry, and I might actually put it on. So that's quite nice and fluffy. So let me just undo my hair. Just undo my hair, and I'll make sure that these strings, oops, are going to the back of my head. And there it is. This is mine. It's got a little bit, but it's so tight. You don't have, can you see? You won't have a problem with it kind of jumping around. Let me lift this up a little bit and see if we can get a better view. It feels really firm on the hat. There we go. That's it. That was a little tutorial that I said I was going to do. I hope that helps for the next time you have to sew a pom-pom onto your hat. You can do that with wool pom-poms as well, because they also have quite a tight center, so you can push a needle up and back down again to make them a little bit tighter. On that vein, I will say goodbye until the next time I have a little tutorial to show you. Bye.